This week on The Fierce Life.
Well, hey, we just barely rode the horses up on that peak all the way down and around. And that moose should be right down here in this valley, so we're just unloading the horses. We're gonna put the creep on through these alders and see if we can get him shot on him. So hopefully this plan comes together, so let's go.
He looked like a big sucker.
Lay the hammer down on this moose.
Time to get fierce, baby!
Fierce Firearms presents The Fierce Life. Brought to you by Jack Link's Beef Snacks, Feed Your Wild Side, Swarovski Optics, See the Unseen, Cryptek, Battlefield to Backcountry, Fierce Firearms, Ferocious Performance, Deadly Accurate, Barnes Bullets, Optimized for your target, Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter, Cutaback, More Deer, Fewer Blanks, Rizzini USA, Sporting and Field over-under shotguns for the discriminating shooter, Limb Saver, Tally Manufacturing, Premium Scope Mounting Solutions, HuntingIllustrated.com, the voice of the hardcore hunter.
Welcome to The Fierce Life. For those of you that tuned in last week and watched the show, you saw Courtney Crane, aka Corndog, harvest a fantastic caribou with one of our buddies, Sean Raymond of Yukon Big Game Outfitters. Well, today is part 2 of that episode. They're going to be after moose. The moose, it's early season, so they're going to be in the velvet. They're going to have to work for it. They're going to have to use their glasses and get after it. So that's what we have for you today. Get ready, here it comes.
Just went on about a 4-hour horse ride back from caribou camp and just got in, and now it's just time to get cleaned up and get the animal taken care of and get some good food in their bellies. So stay with us.
After a long day riding back to camp after an awesome caribou hunt, we got back, had to take some time to get the caribou cleaned up and then switch gears to moose hunting, which I was super stoked about because that was one of the big animals that I wanted to kill up there. I wanted a mountain caribou, but I think a big thing on my bucket list was that moose. And so we had to get gear changed and ready for another long horse ride to moose camp.
This segment of The Fierce Life is brought to you by Fierce Firearms, Ferocious Performance, Deadly Accurate.
Welcome back to the Fierce Life. You going with that? I like that one.
Our next destination is a place our guides call Zipperlip Creek.
Well, we got the caribou cleaned up yesterday, and now today's the big long ride. It's about an 8-hour horse ride. We got all the horses packed up and ready to rock and roll.
So on this 35 mile horse ride, keep in mind it'll probably take 9 to 10 hours. You know, we're gonna be hunting along the way, so we're gonna be stopping a few places, glassing some lakes, some waters, some bogs, and you know, hopefully pick up something along the way, you never know. This valley is about 35 miles away from base camp. It's a long horse ride. Zipperlip Valley is a gorgeous place. It consists of your high mountain peaks with your stone sheep where your water runs off. You've got a long continuous valley of lakes and bogs and rivers. It's prime country for moose.
What do you want me to talk about? That good? That could have been bad. All right, well, we're here at Zipperlip Creek. Made the big horse ride about 35 miles and took us pert near all day. We left this morning at 9:30 and it's 8:30 now here. So it was a lot of miles in the saddle. And we did a little bit of glassing along the way, saw some, you know, young bull moose and a couple cows, saw a great, just stud of a caribou. But unfortunately, I've already harvested mine, and so all we could do was look and get video and cry a little bit on the inside. It was a heck of a good horse ride, no doubt about it. Through the rain, and a lot of rain, we got rained on a lot, but we're here, Real Fierce made it, and now it's on to finding some big Yukon moose up here in Canada.
This segment of The Fierce Life is brought to you by Cryptek, Battlefield to Backcountry.
So leaving the cabin, jumping on the horses, traveling up to this high spot, that's really our norm routine morning and night for the next 5-6 days. It's early season, it's August. Keep in mind the moose aren't rutting, they're still in velvet, they're tucked up in the trees, it's hard hunting. So our game plan is to get up as high as we possibly can above tree line and glass these bogs and rivers and lakes in hopes that, you know, a shooter bull moose comes out and gives us a long enough opportunity to get down off the hill on the horses to get ourselves in position for a hopeful kill shot. So one morning we were heading up to the high point to go do some glassing, and one of the cool things is I have a grizzly tag in my hand. We're riding along, Brady looks across, grizzly, two bears right across the way as we're riding. One on the right's a big. So we type the horses, jump off, start glassing it up. Well, up here, you know, it's a big sow, but unfortunately it had a cub with it. And up here you can't shoot a sow if it's got a cub 3 years of age or younger. So unfortunately we just had to take a lot of pictures and let it wind us and whirl off and run up into the bush.
That's hunting, right? So we just move on. Good way to start the morning. I just hope it stays as productive.
So after the whole bear episode, we jumped back on the horses and rode up to the high point to do some glassing. Well, if any of you have been to the Yukon, you know it rains. And as soon as we got up there, the storm clouds rolled in and it started opening up and started coming down on us. You know, at that point, when you're up there, all you can do is build a quick shelter and hunker down. And as luck would have it, Cole happened to be prepared, like the Scout motto says, and had a handy little tarp with him that we were able to string up to keep us out of the rain.
Well, we're just sitting here and underneath our tarp watching these bogs and stuff like that, and we saw a little bull down there kind of meandering around, and just a small little 30-inch bull maybe. And then we're sitting there and Cole's like, "This is the bull you guys were watching, right?" He has me look through his spawn scope. I'm like, "No, that's not the one." So it's probably at least how big would you say?
55.
About a 55 plus. So definitely a shooter bull for the conditions that we're in and where we're at. So get our butts down there and see if we can at least get eyes back on it again and put the crosshairs on it and put it down. So yeah, let's get to it.
So we spotted the moose. We got to jump on the horses and we got to get down there as quick as possible. And that just means straight down.
Well, hey, we just barely rode the horses up on that peak all the way down and around. And that moose should be right down here in this valley, so we're just unloading the horses. We're gonna put the creep on through these alders and see if we can get him shot on him. So hopefully this plan comes together, so let's go. Welcome to the fierce life, baby. Boom. He's right up and over. Should be anyways. Okay. Ready? Let's do this. Cole's collapsing. And sure enough, all you can see is the tips of his antlers. Let's put it down on this altar. So right now we're gonna get set up and just wait and get it stands up. We freaking lay the old fierce dirt nap on this freaking bad boy bull move. It's just a waiting game, so hold tight and go get some hot walks. It might be a minute, so stay with us.
Trail Cam Image of the Week, presented by Cuddyback.
Congratulations to this week's Cuddyback camera winner. Check out our Fierce Firearms Facebook page for the weekly Trail Cam Image of the Week contest, sponsored by Cuddyback.
Zoom out, baby. Oh!
Anyone else's ears ringing? Nope, I plugged them. Oh my god.
That's a big bull.
Oh! Yes! Oh
Wow.
my gosh. Whew. I cannot. I'm shaking so freaking bad. Once he stood up, I was like, God, do I take him? Should I wait? I'm like, dude, I've got his vitals perfect. There's a bush kind of in front, but I had him just pinned perfect. I was like, dude, I've got to shoot him. I can't wait any longer. And so he was a good solid 300 yards. Fierce 7 mag, Barnes 160 grain, TSX bullet, fierce dirt nap, baby, on a frickin' Yukon Canada bull moose. Oh my gosh. Cole?
Awesome.
Brady?
Right on.
Oh, it was a trek over here, man. How was it? Plan worked out good?
Worked out good though, yeah. Got her done.
So,
Farther than we thought.
we were way in the heck up, just high point, just glassing. And these guys wanted to come around. We got downwind of him, snuck up, and there was a little bull down here that kind of threw us off. And so we were glassing him, and we're like, crap, where's this other bull at? Well, we saw him bed down, and so we're sitting here just glassing, and Cole's like, dude, give me your spot and scope. He's like, I swear I can see a tip of his antler. And so sure as shiz, we freaking got the spot and scope up. You could just see the velvet. I mean, it's amazing how hidden these beasts can be down in these alders. It's just unbelievable. And so he just stayed down, and we just played the waiting game. He stood up. That's when I put the Fierce to work, and bingo.
Perfect. He's on the ground.
He's in some freaking alders. And it's an easy place to get the horses to too. So, whew. Well, let's get over there and freaking go put our hands on that bad boy. I'm freaking pumped.
Go in on slow, we'll make sure we do.
Holy balls. Let me clear this out. Put this on safety. Oh, dude, how do you even?
Wow. Nice bull. Very big fronts.
Look at that bad boy. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this thing, the body on this is just so big. It's crazy. We'll get him propped up and as I'm swallowing bugs. Oh shit, that's mosquito soup right there.
They're everywhere.
And we'll try to. All right, well, here we are with my Yukon bull moose up here with Yukon Big Game Outfitters up here in the mighty Yukon. Cole, my guide, and Brady, my wrangler over here. I tell you what, this bull moose is a fine specimen. We just taped him out. He's right at 60 inches, and he's got great fronts and a heck of a good bull, man. I appreciate it. You guys did a great job, and the plan came together very, very well. We spotted him from way up, snuck all the way around. It was a donkey show in and of itself, just trying to get there, man. These alders and this country up here is definitely, it's unforgiving. It doesn't care who you are. It will chew you up and spit you out. Big thanks to Sean Raymond and Yukon Big Game Outfitters. They run a superb operation up here in the Yukon. And a huge shout out to Cole and Brady. So good.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of The Fierce Life. Please join us again next week for more exciting action.